From Columbia Town Center, United States of America, this is Online News Bulletin for the 10th of February, 2014. I'm Jacob Music. In animal rights news, a giraffe that was held in the Copenhagen Zoo has been slain because it was deemed surplus. Afterward, it was dissected in front of children and then fed to lions. The incident has been received instantly worldwide with disgust and alarm, and it is unclear why the decision was made by the zoo authorities. In music news, a danger to children. That is what officials in singer Shakira's home country are saying about her new video. The video, which also features fellow Latin American Rihanna, is purported to shamelessly promote lesbianism, according to the family counselor in Colombia. Can't Remember to Forget You is the name of the recently released single in question. In an interview with DJ Vlad, producer and hip-hop artist T-Pain has expressed that, quote, "I don't think urban music is getting more gay-friendly, because if that was the case, Frank Ocean would be on a lot more songs." He went on to say that, quote, "no homo jokes are unnecessary," and that he personally knew rappers who refused to work with Ocean because he was not heterosexual. T-Pain is re-emerging after a few years of dormancy, working now in the studio with Canadian bad boy Justin Bieber. T-Pain's work defined the mid-2000s in pop and R&B music in the United States. In what is invariably another incisive publicity stunt, outspoken UK raptress Azealia Banks has announced her top 4 female MCs of all time. Her list was quite unorthodox, as 2, 3, and 4 were all male MCs. Who topped the list? She selected herself as the greatest female MC of all time. Banks is known more for her non-music activities and outrageous statements than her actual musical output. "I'm really starting to get into a sexier side of myself and just realizing and understanding my sexuality," American R&B singer and reality star Keyshia Cole revealed in an appearance on the Bethany Talk program today. The singer also expressed issues relating to her adoption, how she felt the producers of her BET reality show did not showcase how beneficial and important Keyshia's foster mother had been to her. Keyshia Cole has been an R&B darling since her debut in the early 2000s, though she has recordings that date back to 1998. Farrah Franklin, a former member of the American R&B group Destiny's Child, has announced her return to music. Quote, "Getting ready for my studio session tonight. It's been a long time in the making, Lord knows. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places that no one has ever been before," she posted to fans via her social media sites. Franklin entered into the world of Destiny's Child as an extra in the video for the single Bills, 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 but was then asked to join the group to replace members Latavia and Latoya in 2000. Franklin learned of her firing not long after by happening to watch an MTV News Bulletin on the matter. In media, American cable operation HLN, Headline News, is set to rebrand itself for the 5th time, aiming to represent social media on cable television. According to execs at the network, the rebrand is an attempt to shore up HLN's popularity with what they call the new generation, roughly those who populate and use social networks like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook regularly. HLN launched as CNN2 in 1982. In the United States, drug overdoses are now cited as the #1 cause of accidental death in the United States. This is attributed largely in part by the abuse of prescription opiates, which lead many users into heroin addiction. This is the first time since the 1950s that traffic accidents have not topped this list in the United States. The American National Security Agency determines who is going to be droned and tracks that person via signals emitted from their mobile phone. This was revealed in a Jeremy Scahill/Greenwald article posted on the two journalists' new website, The Intercept. Glenn Greenwald has been the journalist working with leakers and dissidents at the forefront of collecting data on surveillance and attack operations of the United States. In Europe, new legislation in the United Kingdom would give government law enforcement and intelligence agencies more access into the files and whereabouts of British journalists. British media outlets are reportedly unhappy at these measures and feel that this access limits their ability to perform journalism in the country. The current Conservative government has also been subject of controversies for introducing mandatory censorship of the Internet unless private citizens decide to opt out of the filters. Hundreds of mentally ill British children are being housed in prisons instead of treatment facilities, it has been recently found. The data retrieved and revealed by BBC's Radio 4 details that in 2012 some 317 and in 2011 about 385 of potentially unwell children were placed in cells after being detained, as police officers had no place else to take them. Earlier this month, Manchester Assistant Chief Constable Dawn Copley said hundreds of children are still being held illegally in police cells overnight because of chronic breaches in the UK law, a Press TV article said. That was Online News Bulletin for February 10th, 2014. Peace and blessings.